All right. We're hanging out right now, just so you guys all know, in Katie's new apartment in Toronto.
Ooh.
And her kitten is roaming around the apartment.
Yeah, and to all you listeners, Ryan doesn't like cats.
I'm not a cat person. I don't mind kittens. This cat, though, is very much like a dog.
Yes, she has very similar tendencies to puppies.
Which is kind of nice.
Yeah, because cats normally just ignore their owners. She always likes to hang out. I think it's because she has good taste.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why she's not really near you.
You know, your cat is cute. It's just I'm allergic. You're gonna make me have an attack. I don't think I actually have an attack, but
yeah, I don't think
no, but my throat starts to be like
yeah, but then you can
sore.
then you can probably get out of work.
Out of work because I had an allergic reaction. I went to record a podcast. And my podcast partner had a kitten. Oh, she's climbing on my computer. I just got this computer fixed. Katie, if you and your boyfriend who have this kitten together break up, she's trying to climb on my laptop again. No, baby, no. If you and your boyfriend who have this kitten together break up, who gets the cat?
What are you doing?
There's fur in the air. It can't go near me. I'm going to get an allergic reaction.
You are so extra.
That's why you love me.
Okay, to be honest, I don't like to think about that, but we have had that.
True.
We have had that conversation.
Oh.
And he said you can have her. To which I was like, "What the hell? Do you not love our cat enough?" And then he was like, "I don't mean that." But
you're so hard on him. Like, you act like you're so chill, but you're so hard on him sometimes.
I know.
He's so chill. And he's just like, whatever you want, babe. And you're just like, yeah, well, what's that mean?
Well, yeah, I can be bratty sometimes, but it's because I love him. But, yeah, so he said that I can keep Lucy. I don't know. I mean, like, we pay for everything almost together. You know, like I got her cat food this time round and he got her shots this time and I got her shots the first time. So she feels very much ours, but we're not going to break up, so.
Okay, perfect. So that ties into our topic a little bit today, which is on relationships. I mean, would you guys have guessed that we're going to do another relationship episode?
We will get to careers.
We'll get to careers at some point. Katie said she was in the mood to talk about careers today.
Shows how, where my mindset is right now.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, I tolerate you.
Okay, so we're actually currently looking for a podcast co-host, if anyone is interested.
I love you, Ryan. You know that.
Yeah, that's true. So today we're going to talk about there's some people out there that say that you should date someone for at least 3 months non-exclusively before you put the label of boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend, whatever, on the relationship.
So we're talking about dating timelines today.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for summing it up. I literally just explained it in like a eight-page research paper.
Oh my God. Okay, well, that's always an interesting topic because relationships and timelines can vary so much. But I feel like a lot of people try to adhere to them just so the general public respects their relationship.
Yeah.
How long do you think that you should be seeing somebody until you become exclusive, and why?
So, I mean, my friends would say that I rush things a little bit. I want to work on that in my next relationship. I want to take more time before I start asking, what are we? Because I think in the past I've done it too soon. And it's either kind of self-sabotaged it a little bit
like
or...
you scare people away.
Yeah, exactly. Like my family jokes that like I proposed to someone on the first date, which is not true, by the way.
Yeah, but then at the same time, I mean, I do understand that, you know, take things a little bit slower so people don't get freaked out, I guess. But you're someone that loves hard and quickly. So I also feel like why shy away from how you want to approach somebody or approach a relationship and not be your true self, because eventually there will be someone out there that moves as quickly as you do.
No, that's true. I want to be authentic to myself, but I think that in taking a bit longer before labeling it, I think that there is some credence to that. I think that there's probably value in that, because I think that then you have time to make sure that this person's right for you. Because if you do it early
Yeah,
on
because
and you
things
don't,
change. That's
things
true.
change, you know? So I would say that what do I feel is a comfortable timeline? I think it depends on the person, but I think that, I think before talking about that, I would say probably a month and a half of going on dates. Probably, maybe closer to a month for me. But in the past, it's been like, okay, well, on the third date, I've asked, like, what are we?
Yeah, and then what have people's general reaction been to that? Like, whoa, slow down?
I feel like the general reaction to that has been that that's a bit too soon. And looking back, I think it probably was a bit too soon. I think why not give it some time? Why not give it some time so that the person ends up really craving that time with you? What about you? What do you think is a good timeline to make things exclusive?
Well, I mean, realistically, I think that probably you should go on a few dates, maybe a month or two, get to know each other, and see if you enjoy that person's company in different settings. You know, maybe one night you go to a bar on a Friday night, and another afternoon you go
to a library.
Walk. Or a library. That's why he's not dating anyone, guys. He wants to take them to the library. But yeah, hang out with that person and in different settings. Maybe allow them to introduce that person to your friends. Do they jive with the person that you're seeing? But having said that, I haven't followed that advice.
Yeah, you haven't. Because as you guys know, if you listen to the first episode, which, I mean, obviously you guys have.
Probably a few times.
Katie started calling someone her boyfriend after a week.
Yeah.
So go more into that because now you've had some time. It's been a couple months now. And it's worked out for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And it still is still very, very new. But having said that, my last relationship that I was in for 4 years, I started dating that person within the first week and a half. And it was only like the third time that we hung out that we became official because there was an hour between us. It was when I was in school.
Yeah.
So that we started dating almost right away, and we were together for 4 years until I left the country. So
it worked out for you.
It worked out.
That's an interesting side. Like, that's an interesting perspective because you've had experience where literally after a week, you've actually told someone, let's be exclusive.
Oh, absolutely. I think that personally, as much as people can try to set what they think are realistic or appropriate timelines for dating, all relationships, chemistry, they're very different. And you know, they're situational. I also believe that dating and marriage has obviously changed. People used to only live until they were 50, 60 years ago. So marriage was a lot, probably more successful. But, you know, divorce is becoming a lot less taboo.
Why? Because they died before they could get divorced.
Well, you know, divorce is becoming a lot less taboo these days. And there is kind of the theme of people saying, why do we only have to have one partner? You know, people used to have one career. They would work at that company, let's say, for 50 years,
True.
get a pension, marry that one person. People, I don't understand why so many people have to always just look at the end, like who you're going to die with or the job that you're going to have forever. Sometimes, you know, what if you have a hot and heavy 8-month relationship and it's only 8 months, but it was an intense and amazing.
Yeah.
So,
and you share those memories.
And you share those memories. It's like, yeah, but you didn't end up with that person. Yeah. A lot of things are constantly changing. People buy beautiful homes and move out of them. So having said that, I think that anybody can try to come up with a timeline that they think works. Just follow your heart. If you want to tell that person you love them and take them to the library on your second date, then go do it.
No, I just, you know, when you said different settings, I just thought, what are the different settings that you could take someone in? I think that you could have like more of a intellectual, stimulating kind of date at some point.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's daytime dates, there's evening dates, there's ones that include alcohol, ones where you're kind of interacting with the public, like let's say you're at kind of like a bar where a band is playing or something. So there's anyone can really enjoy someone's company in a certain situation, but can you sit with your partner in a car for 5 hours, or do you only like them after a few beers? You know, those are things that you kind of figure out in time. Yeah. I'm very, very happy because although my boyfriend and I started dating very quickly, we've now hung out and done things together in lots of different environments, and it's amazing.
But there are some people probably that would look at your guys' relationship and be worried because of how fast you became exclusive, how fast you moved in with him. I know you have your own place, but you're, half the time basically you're living with him. What would you say to those people? Because that's a relationship timeline. What's the timeline that would be too quick to move in with someone?
Well, that's interesting that you say that, because you can flip the script on this. So they say that you never really know someone until you live with them, in terms of like a partner, and if you can make it. I knew somebody that was with their boyfriend for 6 years, and they moved in and they broke up several months after because they couldn't live together. So flipping the script on that,
okay.
If you're not meant to be with somebody and you move in really quickly and find that out, at least you're not wasting your time or whatever your thought is.
But there could be some people out there that may say, well, how did you know that they weren't, a serial killer? Or, I mean, that's very unlikely, but...
I think you watch a little bit too much to CSI.
Or like, okay, well, how do you know that they're not... an aggressive person, and then all of a sudden you're living with them, your stuff is there.
I don't think that you should ever give up your place, have legal binding ties to someone, move in. That's your only reliability right away. I was, the moment I stayed at my boyfriend's house, that was just where I was staying until I moved into my own apartment. So I can sleep at his house as many nights as I want. I still have my own place and my own space to go to. No, I wouldn't cancel my lease and move everything into someone's house right away. I think that is too quick.
But for 2 weeks, you were living with your boyfriend exclusively at his place.
Well, yeah, I was staying there after work, but
you were staying there though.
But you can leave at any time. For me, I'm kind of
I see your perspective. I'm just saying, like, there are people out there, just because we're talking about relationship timelines, that would say that that's really quick.
It is really quick, but then again, I'm a rebel.
So, and I guess it ended up working out for you too.
Yeah.
As much as there may be people that are nervous or doubting or whatever, the fact is that it worked for you.
It worked for me.
And I think that that's the main thing that even our listeners can take from that is
my listeners.
is that, people can move at their own speeds and that it can work out for them. I feel like in a relationship, you probably kind of know what is right and what is wrong as far as these timelines go. But I do see the value in taking a little bit longer to get to know someone. And then I also see the side...
it can't hurt, right? It can't hurt.
But I also do see the side where it's like, well, live in the now. Why force it to wait 3 months when you know that you and them are supposed to be together?
Well, that was the thing. That's what happened with our situation. It was like I could go home or I could go to your house, and we both want to be together. So do I need to go home to prove something, or do I follow my heart and go be with the person I want to be with? Yeah.
I'd probably be the same way, but I just know
you would so be the same way. You're intense in everything you do.
But I just... We're just going at each other today. But I just feel as though there would be people, though, in my life that would be like, this is moving super quickly, and be nervous for me.
Yeah. Well, because I feel like you also have a tendency to date jerks. Like, no, they're not as kind as you.
They didn't love me the way that I loved them.
Insert violin.
Here's the violin. And they just... There's a saying on Tumblr where it's like, I remember seeing it. It's like, if you break up with someone and you were so into them, I'm probably making it too long of what the actual quote is, but the idea of it is, if you break up with someone and you were so into them and they weren't as into you, it's their loss because they lost someone that loved them, whereas you lost someone that didn't love you.
That makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think that, I am totally like a hopeless romantic. I want to find a husband. So, Katie Jones, where can our lovely listeners not only listen to us and subscribe to us, but also follow us?
Well, I mean, my social media is a little boring, but follow me on Instagram, KTEE Jones. I guess I should go not private anymore.
Yeah, I mean, now you're going to have fans and stuff. And then my Instagram is Ryan Durgy, RyanDurgy. And we have an Instagram too.
Is this adulthood?
Is This Adulthood? On Instagram. And also, you can subscribe to us and listen to us on Apple Podcasts, right on your iPhone if you have an iPhone.
I mean, if you don't.
Oh, that's kind of rude. Anyways.
Anyone that I send a text to and it goes green, I just think peasant.
That's so mean.
No, I'm just kidding. It's just like, come on, did it deliver? I don't know. It's green.
And anyways, you can also listen to us on Spotify.
Yeah.
And SoundCloud. How cool is that? So many ways to listen to us. Listen to us on the way to work.
Listen to us in the shower.
Listen to us while you're taking number 2.
Ugh, Ryan.
Katie doesn't like talking about
the bathroom.
Well, I don't really talk about it.
You have already brought it up twice today. Before we even started.
I just said I had to go to the washroom.
Yeah, just go. Did you go?
Okay, I gotta go now.
With Valentine's Day coming up, would you be annoyed if your partner didn't plan something for Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Why?
Because that's just like a day when you see everyone else going on their cute dates and stuff.
And you want to post about it?
I want to post about it, and I want to do something cute. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like it can just be something nice and sweet, and going out to a restaurant and dressing up and having nice wine and going for a walk in a park or something.
So, if anyone's listening that has a crush on Ryan, you know exactly what to plan, because that wasn't specific.
All of one person.
See, I'm kind of the other way. Valentine's Day, I definitely do want to acknowledge it, but I don't want to go to a restaurant. I think it's it's overpriced. It's what I suggested to my boyfriend is let's make a fort in the living room and get takeout.
Okay. When you were saying that, I was actually rethinking it. I think it would be cute if I was dating someone, which I'm not, by the way. I'm still single. Shout out. Yeah, hit me up, DMs. If he did set up something in the living room at home that was cute with the candles and nice music. Oh my God, I love music. So nice chill music at home. You know what? I would prefer that. But I just want to be, the whole idea that I'm trying to express is that it could be something small, but just the fact that he put in effort. Now, people could turn it on me, and they could turn it on you and say, why don't you plan the date? Why don't I plan the date? Now, historically, I feel like it's been mostly the male in a male and female relationship that's planned it. Oh, your phone's ringing. Who has their phone on now when we're doing podcasts?
Hey, at least I don't have it with me.
Oh, true. She's talking to her boyfriend right now. We're recording a podcast right now. Here, I think you should put him on speaker. Hey, Jeff, do you want to be on our podcast real quick?
Do you want to say hi to our listeners?
What do you say? What do you say?
He's camera shy. He's microphone shy. All right, love you. I'll call you when I'm done. Oh, by the way, I wanted to text you this. When I was leaving the grocery store, I couldn't make a left at the lights, so I had to go through and then turn around. And when I did that, I found 3 more bars that we can go to. By the way, listeners, my boyfriend is not coming to see me tonight.
He goes, aw.
What do you think about that, Jeff?
Oh, he's so shy on the microphone.
Yeah, you're on the mic now.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Ryan.
All right, babe. I'll talk to you later.
All right, babe. Love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Oh.
When I said that, he goes, oh, babe.
So, back to the Valentine's Day. Yes, just something small and something nice and sweet and thoughtful. Now, if someone were to flip it, though, well, why wouldn't, if I'm going to be upset, why wouldn't I plan it?
Okay, that.
I have a rebuttal to it. My rebuttal to them would be that I feel like in a relationship, I would probably be doing a lot of romantic gestures throughout the year. Like, I feel like I am a romantic. So, like, the one time that I don't have to think about it would be Valentine's Day. Do you know what I mean? If I do stuff throughout the year for that person, and they're kind of more, I feel like the guy that I'd go for is maybe a little bit of a romantic, but I think it would be more me, then that's the day that he can prove to me how romantic he can be. That would be the day.
Absolutely. That's a good point. It's like, I'll take care of everything throughout the year. You show up and step up on this day. My birthday and Valentine's Day. And every Sunday.
So now, as far as the timelines go, what is too soon to meet someone's parents in a relationship?
I don't know. I think that's a tough one. I think that if you are planning like a specific dinner or something, maybe wait a little while, maybe a few months. I don't know.
Really?
To really solidify that you're with
Why
that.
is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's just because I get really nervous.
I feel like I would be so down to meet the person's parents because I want to. It's like almost like a game. That sounds bad, but I want to like win them over.
Yeah,
Like I feel like I'm someone who gets excited about the thought of meeting someone's parents because you can shine. It's like a job interview. You go in there and you impress them and you're hired. It's like if you get on the mom's side, I mean, even the dad side probably, but like if you get on that mom's side, you're in.
So
right?
do you get nervous to meet the siblings?
No, I don't really care about this. I mean, it's cool to meet the siblings and I think I could bond with them too. But I think that it's more like you want to impress the parents because that's important for a lot of people. But I don't mind how quick it is. I think it's cool. You get to see where they came from. What kind of family did they grow up? Is their family really quiet? And that explains why your boyfriend's really chill, you know?
Yeah, no, I definitely, I see where you're coming from and I applaud your courage. I get a little bit just nervous because you know how you are in your relationship.
Yeah.
And you're hopefully, by the time you meet the parents, comfortable in your relationship. And I mean, there isn't anything to not like about me. So I know they're gonna like me.
Of course,
but it's
you're
also,
Princess Katie.
You know, like
Queen Katie.
Queen Katie. If I was snooky and annoying, I'd go, yes.
Snooky's not annoying. Snooky slays.
Oh my God, my cat is so cute.
Your kitten is so cute. See, today, listeners, by the way, we're not drinking. We're kind of breaking tradition here.
I have beers in the freezer.
Oh, well, thanks for telling me now. Why are they in the freezer? Beer actually freezes.
I know. I have one empty. I have one
Beer
empty.
slushies, everyone.
No, I have a 1 MGD in the fridge, and then I got beers at the grocery store today, so they were warm because they were on the shelf.
Oh. Well, maybe
Why didn't I get ones in the fridge? Why did I get ones on the shelf?
you probably got the non-alcoholic ones.
No, I got...
No, like that's the ones that they put on the shelf for the non-alcoholic
No, it was
ones.
in the beer section. It's blue.
Guarantee, guys, she got the non-alcoholic ones, and she's gonna be so upset. Why? You're gonna be so upset.
And they're not. I got blue.
I know, but the packaging looks a lot like the alcoholic ones.
Oh my
And
God,
those
I
are the
have to
ones
go
that they
check.
keep. She's gonna go check. Literally, they keep the ones not in the fridge. That means they're non-alcoholic, guys. Guys, I'm messing with her. I don't know if that's the case, but I know how upset she's gonna get.
Okay, listeners. Phew. It's normal beer. I was going to have a panic attack.
I literally told them while you were gone that I was kind of messing with you. I don't actually know. I was kind of trolling her.
Oh, wow.
I don't actually know if that's true that they only keep the non-alcoholic. But at the grocery store I go to, the non-alcoholic one is by itself on a random shelf. So we got our beers now. Thanks, Katie. Cheers.
Cheers.
Back to the topic now that we're wrapping things up. Is that kind of in the works for you and your current boyfriend, is meeting his parents?
I actually have met his parents because I was working at an event that they attended to simplify that.
Yeah.
But
you knew that he was coming with his parents?
I knew that they were going to come.
Okay.
So I knew I would be meeting them that night.
Yeah.
I just get nervous because, you hopefully the person that you're with you love and care about.
Yeah.
So you want to do right by them and you want to represent yourself well because it also represents who their son or daughter is dating. And realistically, it's all going to go fine. You're going to have a good time meeting them. And, for the most part, everyone's families are different. But for the most part, you're still nervous, And first impressions are important, as we all know. So you just want to make sure that you do a good job. And although it is similar to a job interview, I understand the analogy you were using. They are still people, and they still have the potential to, maybe they like you, but they don't think you're the right fit. So there's those worries, those concerns.
Do you think that if someone's parents didn't like the partner, that could convince the partner to break up with that person?
I think that it would definitely have a heavy impact depending on your relationship with your parents.
Yeah.
There's also culturally, some people's have really big families or
Yeah.
get together with their families a lot. The disapproval of their parents would probably weigh a lot heavier on
Yeah.
some people opposed to others. You know, then you have the people that go, you obviously need to get to know them. It's not changing anything. I'm staying with them. What happens if the parents, let's just say, don't approve for quite a while?
Yeah.
Eventually you're thinking, okay, what am I seeing? What are they seeing that I'm not?
Yeah.
In my relationship at the moment, I don't worry about those things. But yeah, it's nerve-wracking because you've built this relationship with your partner, and now, you know, you're stepping out of it, and
You need someone else's approval in a way.
yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. And I think that, you know, what's interesting is that I think that I would really value my parents' opinion on who I was dating. I think that it is important. I don't know if I would flat out break up with a person, you know, if they're a good person to me, but I think that it would constantly be in my mind after they meet if they didn't like my partner. I think I'd constantly think about it. I'd try to probably set up more meet and greets so that maybe things would change.
Yeah.
You know? But I think that would weigh heavily on me, to be honest. I don't know if it would be a breakup factor or not. I haven't been in that position, luckily.
And it also depends on how much. I mean, they could say, oh yeah, I mean,
They're okay.
They're okay. Or,
Yeah.
you know what, Ryan, I don't see this, you know? So,
Yeah.
and also for lots of different people, it's not just the parents. They might have siblings. They might
Yeah.
have a big family.
Yeah.
So aunts and uncles are equally as important. Maybe your partner has kids from a previous relationship
Yeah.
or marriage. So there's many different aspects. I was very close with my ex-partner's family, his parents, his aunt, his uncle, his grandparents, his siblings.
Yeah.
So the first time that I met them, I was obviously quite nervous because it was a big family, and I'm also
Really?
I'm an only child. So
Yeah.
walking into his parents, his three sisters, one of his sister's best friends was actually over at the time, was definitely nerve-wracking because it's not 5 against 1 by any means. This is a welcoming, friendly environment, but you're still almost on your own.
Yeah.
4 years later, we had a fantastic relationship. We traveled together.
Yeah.
So it's all worth it in the end. It's like that saying goes, you just need to rip off the Band-Aid. And once you meet everyone, I feel like the first time you meet them, that's that. And then from there, you start building a relationship.
Yeah.
How close that relationship gets is dependent on the situation and the people involved. But the first time, you just almost have to get over with. Like, okay, I've met them. It's done.
And you're going to shine. I mean, you're just such a lovable person.
You can be so smart sometimes.
You know what's interesting is I feel like with my family, it's almost like whenever my brothers brought in like a girlfriend or my sisters brought in a boyfriend, which hasn't been like a ton of times. It's only been a couple times, but it's always like throwing them into the lion den to see if they can survive with our family. Because our family are like so close, but so crazy. Like
Yeah.
so crazy as far as like we'll like throw curse words at each other and we'll yell at each other. And it's just like, not all the time, but like it's our dynamic and it works and we're super close. And like, I'm sure if you came around our family, you would totally be like, okay, this is just how they are.
Yeah, I love it.
And but the thing is that it's interesting. Whenever someone has brought someone into that situation, it's kind of to see how are they going to do in this environment, because this is us and we're not changing.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a good test too, to see like how the partner is going to bond with the family.
Very true.
I guess that's the whole idea of it, is to see how the partner is going to bond with your family. And that's important to a lot of people. And I think just go into it, be yourself. Don't be someone that you're not to try to win them over, because in the end, it's going to come through one day and it's just going to make you look worse. It's going to look like all those times were fake and phony. So just be yourself.
And also, I think that if you're, let's say for me, if my boyfriend wants me to meet his parents, it matters to him. That means that he's probably pretty close to them, right?
Yep, yep.
And he fell in love with me.
Yeah.
So I should be me.
Yeah.
If he wasn't close with his parents or they had a bad relationship, then it wouldn't really matter as much meeting them. But it's important to him.
Yes,
so
that's
with
true.
that said, they must be close, which means they probably will see what he saw because they're close. They're probably similar minded. And if it's important to him, then obviously he probably already knows, okay, they're going to like you.
Yeah.
If you knew for whatever the reason may be that they might not, then you would probably hold off. But if you're almost right away, I really want you to meet my family, you know that it's going to go well.
Do you think he was nervous to meet your parents?
Absolutely. Who isn't nervous to meet the father of his only daughter?
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But it went well.
Yes, it did.
That's good.
Yeah.
And I understand that your boyfriend and your mom have gone out drinking.
Well, she has known him for years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So your mom was kind of the wingman in this situation.
No, she never even introduced us to each other. I met him all on my big self.
And it just coincidentally ended up being that your mom knew him.
Yes.
Well, you've already said that you met at a bar.
Well, yeah, there you go. Well, that's all we have today, folks. And thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Cheers again. Let's do another cheers. Cheers to relationships, even though I'm not in one. Shout out to anyone who wants to DM me.
Just don't take them to the library. Maybe they'll last a little longer. Keep listening. Keep following. Keep talking about us. Retweet. Tweedly dee dee.
Bye.